This playthrough is rated T for teen.
You all love bonus content. I do too. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare here with the bonus content of Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal. Last time we played, we beat the game, and well, I've done quite a few things off screen. I've gone into challenge mode, and grabbed myself quite a bit of money and equipment. You get like you can get up to 20 bolts per battle if you don't get hit during challenge mode. So it's a way to get a lot more weaponry. So in challenge mode, if you get your weapons maxed out, you can actually upgrade all your equipment to the Omega versions of weapons, which are just basically more powerful weapons from before. So they all have their own. Obviously, at the point, I don't have them all bought. If you're going for trophies for like the PS3 version, you want to get all the Mega versions and upgrade them to level 8, which is their max mode, and they do a lot more damage in that case. But one of the big things about replaying the game is you finally get access to the Rhino weapon. Yeah, for whatever reason, they don't let you get the Rhino during the main game. You have to beat the game to get it. So unlike the first two games where you could get it and be able to beat the final boss really fast, you have to buy it legitimately this time. So, oh well. Rhino 3, or the Rhino, or whatever. The new and improved Rhino launches a salvo of 8 mini-missiles that can each lock on to different enemy targets. Cost 3 million bolts. So let's go and buy that. That'll complete your weapons arsenal. Because you saw that there was one weapon that was not there. So yeah, we got the Rhino. And then now that I have 1 million bolts, I can buy the final armor of the game. Probably could have grinded for it in the main game, but it's just easier if you go into challenge mode. And really, you don't need the Infernox armor for the end, but you know, it just makes things a little bit easier. Let's see, yeah. I think I already read over the description before, so let's do that and get our final skill point. Oh yeah, off screen I recorded them, but off screen I already did Skill Master Trophy, which is where we got all the trophies. I already did all the quirk missions to get the timer, which I'm going to edit them here in a second. But yeah, here's the Infernox armor. Very cool. One of the skins I didn't show off from before was if you have the Ratchet and Clank 1 save on there, it shows original Ratchet. But I'd have to replay through Ratchet and Clank 1 to get to the end and then save it. Because the save I have is the save after I beat the game, which resets the story, and you have to get to the very end of the game or something like that and have a save there to unlock it. So one of the skins is original Ratchet, which there's plenty of people online who have it. So if you like the model from that one, which I do, all right. So there's a few things you can do in the quirk levels. So what I'm gonna do really quick is I'm gonna show off me getting the skill point in all the levels. So I'm just gonna edit those in. It'll be me not talking. So, but they're only a couple minutes long, so per one. So you should be fine. If you can fast forward them through if you want. I almost thought about fast forwarding it, but I'm like, yeah, I'll let the viewers do that. So I'm gonna edit in my skill point winnings right now.
Old-timers say a giant robotic space eel haunts this ship. Barbecue time!
Captain Quad, you look more impressive. Oh, this is going to be good. After we kill Quark, this place could use a good vacuuming, Lawrence. Don't forget to get under the coffee table.
Whee!
It is I, Dr. Nefarious.
You're different about you. Wait, don't tell me. You shaved your head.
Look, he's getting away. Do something, Lauren. Perhaps we should flood the facility with boiling acid. Oh, I like the way you think, Lauren. Can we do that? Make it so.
Alright, after getting all the skill points, we now can look at the skill points here. So you got the, yeah, shows I got every single one of them. Yep, right there. So, alright, yeah, Pirate Booty, Ariba Amoeba, Shadow the Robot, Deja Q all over again, and then Shame the Q. Yeah, it actually didn't take me that long to get the achievements. It only took me like a couple of tries each to get it. So, anyway, with the skill points, we can now unlock all the cheats except for one final one, which I believe on that one, let me double check it really quick. Let's see, you got Big Head AI, or Big Head right there. We got Big-Headed Heroes for that one, and then 10 count is Time Freeze, which allows you to basically stop the game at certain points, which is entertaining just to get all the kind of almost like an early photo mode almost when you think about it. And then you got Agent Clank, which basically turns Clank into Secret Agent Clank there. Big-headed enemies, so all the enemies get big-headeds, which is funny. And then you got ships to duck, so you know when you upgrade the main weapon and or the duck quackmatic or whatever, it turns into those flying ducks. Well, it turns all the ships into flying ducks, which is kind of funny. And you get Mirror Universe, which is like in the last game, where all it does is it flips everything around opposite. And then the other one is the final skill point is called Wrench Replacement. What that is you when you get the demo of the game, there's a code you can put in, and it gives you it changes out your wrenches for the fire wrenches instead on that one. So there's that, and then there's actually a couple. Oh yeah, and if you beat the game once, you can actually skip the when you go into challenge mode, you can actually skip the the Quark comics if you don't want to play through them again. There's also a code to do it in the main game, but without challenge mode. But okay, so there's some things you can do in. Let's see. Okay, so in this one, there's a code for unlocking, putting Quark in an outfit. So up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right. Let's see. Actually, might have to look that one up really quick. I don't remember that one off the top of my head. Let's see. It is. Let's see. Sorry. Up, up, down, down, left, right, circle, square, square. Maybe I have to pause it. Says I'm supposed to be able to up, up, down, down, left, or... Alright, try that again. Up, up, down, down, left, right, circle, square, square. There we go. Okay, I just didn't do it fast enough. Look at that. Okay, I think the other one I have to do it in a specific... I think I have to do it in a very specific mission on that one. Let's see if I can do it through the Quark comic or not. Let's see. I think it has to be the other one at the museum. But I'll try it here, see if it works. Up, up, down, down, left, right, circle, square, square. No. Up, up, down, down, left, right, circle, square, square. No, it just puts them in the... It has to be, yeah, it has to be in the specific vid comic for that one. So, okay. Let's exit the level. I don't need to do that anymore. There's quite a few, like, little mini, like, codes in this game. There's some that are actually unique only to the Japanese version. Like in the Japanese version, you can actually put Ratchet in a Santa outfit. Yeah, in Japan, Christmas is more like a mini holiday for people just to give out candies to their sweets and stuff like that. It doesn't have the same Christian like it does here in America. So yeah, it's just another holiday to give out candy, basically. But anyway, let's see. Actually, I think this one might also be. Let's see. The American version of this is. Pause the game, and then if you do circle, square, up, down, left, left. Yeah, we get ourselves a, sorry, what is it again? A laser sword. Not a, obvious weapon, that's copyrighted. As you can see there. Okay, so, what the? Oh, right, because of that. Okay, let's see. Actually, let me show off the Rhino. Oh, yeah, and I need to show off all the cinematic, well, not the cinematics, but like the sketchbook, because you unlock that during the end of the game too. So let's go over that. So you got the cinematics. Where is it? There it is, the sketchbook. I was looking at. We already saw the credits and the movies, but here's the sketchbook. This is the concept art, yeah, for Quark in his monkey form, or in his caveman form, or going wild form, one of the bases, some of the monsters and their upgrades. I forgot the monsters' names now. I took a break in between the last episode and recording this. It was almost a month, actually. I was really busy that month, so I forgot the guys' names now. The Flying Max, the Rangers. Yeah, too bad there's no, like, no demo reel or whatever in this game. I mean, there is a demo thing for another game on this. I'll show that off before we end the episode. Yeah, just all the different... Oh, coordinating gears. Nice. All the different weapon variations. Oh, there's an original version of Dr. Nefarious. More darker than his... And there's Lawrence, a little bit more stonky than before. Oh, heroic Captain Quark. And there's a... well, that looks like Al, but I believe that's supposed to be the director. I forgot his name. For the series. But... Yeah, more giant robots. Oh, and there's a head girl. I said it's been a month, so I forgot her name almost instantly. So, I hate to admit it, but she's probably one of the more forgettable female main characters in a Ratchet and Clank series. Because even though people consider this their favorite out of all of them, I forget her easy out of all of them. Well, she's not the most forgettable. I'm trying to. Well, obviously, if I remember it. But I would say she is the most forgettable, despite her. I think it's because she's more of the, I wouldn't say super serious, but she's more straightforward than some of the other characters, which are a give in to more of the silliness of the series, in a sense. But she's one of the more serious characters overall. There's Ratchet is dead, his Inferno mode or whatever you want to call it. So there's also some stuff you can show off during the online mode, but since it's been since I don't really have access to the online mode in this game. There's like a code to unlock like squat stats if you're playing the online mode, which is up, down, left, right, square if you're doing the squat stats. There's also a password for pirate versus ninja mode, which is I think you can do that during the I don't think you have to be the Insomniac Museum for that one. Which, yes, there is an Insomniac Museum. I'll edit in when I get that one, because that's another one you have to play. You have to have your PS2 set to 3 or 4 in the morning to do that one. Let's see if I can actually do it in the vid comic, or if I have to do it in the other one. I forgot that there was another code we could do. Actually, there's a couple of codes depending on if it lets me do it here or not. Okay, actually, no, never mind. I think it has to be on the select screen, I believe. Sorry. Yeah, some of these I'm just doing off the cuff of my head because I've got a sheet where I'm looking up. Okay, so I have to press square, and there's a password you can enter. So for the first one, we want to enter in Megan. Now, how are you supposed to figure this out? Oh, wait, it's supposed to be... Never mind. The first one is... There's not supposed to be a letter on it. Yeah, if you press square, it pops in a code mode. Megan with a G and an H. What madness is this? Well, it's... Yeah. Alright, so this should unlock Pirate versus Ninja mode. It's a 2-player mode, but since I don't have a second player, nothing's really going to come of it. And it takes us to the museum, so yeah, we just play around with the Ninja the Pirate. Since I don't have another character, I can't do anything with it, so yeah, it's kind of pointless, but yeah, it takes us to the museum, but I can't actually get into the museum from there. So I guess I should have showed off some of the combat moves, but I kind of pressed start before it, but there's really not much I can do with it. Alright, let me go back. There's one more thing we can do in the comic. Yeah, it's just a fun little mode, but like I said, since I don't have a second player and I'm not doing any online stuff, I can't show the online mode. There's probably some videos online that have someone who simulated who's able to get the online mode to work or do it temporarily to show off some of the features of it. Unfortunately, I don't have access to it, and I'm really not interested in doing it, so... Alright, for this other one, we want to put in Yin Yang. Or Yin Yang. Ying. Or it's like, sorry, it's Ying Su is what it is. Now, I'm not sure how you're supposed to figure these codes out, so don't ask me. I just know that's what the internet told me. Alright, so this gives me another mini game. It's called Bombs Away. Okay, so it's basically Bomberman. What it is. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to pop down. Oh yeah, there we go. You press, I believe, circle to set bombs, or is it? No, it's X. Okay. Yeah, it's an homage to Bomberman. So, and normally this would be a multiplayer game, but since I don't have multiple people to play with, so that's pretty much it. So. Okay, let me see what else. I think I've got all the achievements. So I think the only thing I have to do is show off the Rhino, and then I do have all the. Let's see. I don't think I can show it off. Let me see let me check the skins really quick if I've. Okay. Yeah, I don't have. Technically, I don't have them since I think that's the PS3 version. Or well, there's supposed to be. Basically, you can turn into the. I think I have to unlock the code from the demo, for that to get the There's a Constructo bot trophy. Let's see, and then some of the special trophies in the game are like doing all the Annihilation Nation missions. If you do all the Ranger battle missions, if you get all the nanotech, which is 200, which I don't have. I think I got like 183. It goes by pretty quickly. In the actually, I could just show off the Rhino during the VR sequences. Yeah, 200, but yeah, it doesn't take too long in challenge mode to get your nanotech up pretty high. Omega Arsenal achievement, which is upgrading every weapon in the game to its Omega version, which is buying the Mega version and then leveling it up to level 8. Okay, let's see. I think I can do it here. And then, let me see. And then there's the Skill Master, which is getting all 30 skill points. And then Titanium Collector, which is collecting all the titanium bolts in the game. Okay, let's show off the, Rhino. Not as, I'll admit, the level 3 or the third version of Rhino is powerful, but it's not as entertaining as some of the other versions of it. Like in later versions, they have opera music playing during the Rhino. I think it's either the first or second game. I really like the version of the Rhino there, mainly because of the how just over the top it is. This one's pretty just straightforward. It's basically just a missile launcher. Kind of boring actually. So. Yeah, see. Okay. I'm just gonna quit out of that. And I never did go over the did go over the paint jobs for your ships in the game, mainly because there is no ship battles in this game. They left those in the second game and they took them all out of this game. And so all you do is customize the ship just to look at it. That's it. Like why? It seems kind of pointless. And you can do standard wings, high lift, heavy ordnance. A lot of these are unlocked based on how many skill points you've got. So, I don't remember all the variations like one unlocks. Most of the skins are unlocked by how many skill points. You know, it's based off like, 3, 2, that type of thing. It just changes the color of it. I mean, like I said, it's pointless. There's no mini games that are required. So why do we want to? Although if this game was made nowadays, it would be DLC. Oh, I guess I should actually show off all the different codes and just bypassing all of them. So, Insomniac Special, Plaidtastic, Clowner, Star Traveler, Dark Nebula, Solar Wind, Lunar Eclipse, Neutron Star, Drex Blackheart, Supernova, Silent Strike, Ozzy Kamikaze, Florana Breeze, Sasha Scarlet, Ghost Pirate Purple, Soldrin Sunset, Tyrannoid Void, Space Storm, Helga Hughes, Agent Orange, Quark Green, Hooked on Onyx worked for me, Lombax Orange, Orxon Green, Bogon Blue, Sunstorm, Black Hole, Sun, won't you come? No. Lowrider, Abani Orange, Pulsing Purple, Amoeba Green, Blargan Red, Scoop Nose, Split Nose, Standard Nose, Heavy Ordnance Wings, High Lift Wings, and Standard Wings. And we've got all those unlocked. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. I already showed off that. I guess we could do the museum. If you collect all the actual trophies in the game, the ones I mentioned, you can just the trophy door just opens up automatically, and then in Holostar Studio you can change the weather in there by using the circular button, but we're not doing that. So okay, so I think I've shown off. Oh yeah, you can redo the hacker puzzles in the game if you press and hold R1 and triangle, which I don't know why you do that. I don't find them very interesting of a minigame. So, okay. To get to the Insomniac Museum, we have to go to Metropolis. I've shown this before, but I'll show it again, how to get here. And then I'll cut to when I set the timer for the game. Because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change my PS2 to 3. It's 3 o'clock in the morning to 4. 3 to 4 in the morning will unlock the museum. So you have to set your PS2 to that manually. And that's the easiest way to do it, instead of waiting until 3 and 4 in the morning to set your PS2 to get manually. So, okay, so we need to go through. Yeah, I'm just gonna. And yeah, well, I guess the big thing about the Rhino is that it locks on to people when you shoot it. So. And I think it pretty much almost insta kills anything. If not, it gets pretty close. So let's see. I think it might be the next. Maybe it's one over. Yeah, I have to go over to the next building. Yeah. That's right. Is it this one? Yeah, I think it's this one, which is the. Yeah, see, it's out of thing. So what we have to do is change the timer on the PS2 to 3 and 4 in the morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna reset the level so that way I'll get my autosave saved, and then I'll set my timer on my PS4. PS4. I do have a PS4, but we're playing this on PS2. All right, I'm gonna set that to 3 to 4, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, we're back after setting the timer, so let's head back over to the museum really quick. I'm just gonna show you how to do that again. I could just skip over there, but alright, and if we hit the set the timer, we can go to the Insomniac Museum. I don't think every version of the game, or not every version of this game, sorry, I don't think every Ratchet and Clank has an Insomniac Museum, unfortunately. I think they stopped doing it during the PS3 era. So, which is kind of sad, really. So, oh well. So you get into the ship to get off here, but alright, let's take a look around, see what they have to say. Or what's going on in this place. It's got silly music like always. Yeah, you can't even take a look at the map here. Seems kind of barren, don't you think? Yeah, fortunately, this one, if I remember correctly, isn't as impressive as the previous one, so. Yeah, here's a turbo track. It's one of the alternate races you could do in the game. They cut. It was basically a racing game you could do, but they decided to cut it out. So. I've noticed in this game they took out a lot of the racing games, like in the second one, and they brought in all those ranger missions instead. So, yeah, really not much to it, as you can see here. I mean, kind of neat, I guess, in a way, but I assume it was a case that they couldn't implement it. So let's see what they have to say about that. Nah, they don't have anything to say this time? Okay. Well, you have something to say, don't you? Early on, we planned to have turbo slider races included in Ratchet Clank 3. Due to the lack of time, however, they were eventually cut. However, you can still drive around the only racetrack ever to be created. Yeah, they don't even have the, they don't even have the voices in this one. They took them out. What the heck, game? Well, why'd you do that? Our QA testers put their heads together and came up with a number of fiendishly hard hacker puzzles. See if you've got good enough to beat them. If you can, you can win some bolts. I don't think I want to do that, but... Ed Kim. Oh, yeah, he donated one of the... Bill Powers. Chris Towns. Brian Barnell. Tyler Moore. I'm not really the biggest fan of the hacker puzzles. I mean, they're not terrible. Just not really a fan of them. And then another hacker puzzle. And this is I believe this is the editor. You can edit the puzzles to make your own. Yeah, like I feel like this game, for whatever, in the first two games, they really went over the museum, like what you could do, and it was actually like being in the studio of Insomniac Games or whatever. But this one seems so sparse. It's kind of disappointing, actually. I don't know, maybe it's just me. And then hidden behind the wall of doom. Yeah, let's keep taking a look around. Yeah, not as impressive, I'll admit, from the first game and second game. Ken Stucklin. This is Captain Blackstar, the original boss enemy at the end of Quark vid comic. He ultimately proved too complex and was cut. But yeah, there's still a mini game where you can play as him and a ninja, though. Yeah, you can tell he's kind of glitchy. So yeah, they didn't want to use him for the core. Yeah, because the final comic doesn't have a boss enemy. He just kind of gets to the end and beats it. Yeah. There's another guy there. And there's was he in the second game? Yeah, he was in the second game, was he? What you looking up there, Mr. Ken or whatever? Yeah, they took out all the voice lines for everyone too, so another enemy that they never used. kind of like some bipedal enemy. Looks like a T-Rex-ish type of thing. Whoa, it can hop around. Crazy. Does everyone have the... Oh, it's the same guy for each of the desks. Tank room. There's another boss they didn't use. The Joaquin Queen? Or Joaquin? A great drawing by Joaquin Barlow served as the inspiration for one of the gladiator enemies. I mean, it's pretty cool. Is Joaquin like, or Barlow, is he like one of the children of one of the animators or something? Probably. Well, it's like the, oh, what's the mech from RoboCop? God, it's been forever since I watched the movie. Scott Reeser. Originally, if any team of multiplayer controlled all nodes in a battlefield, this monstrosity would appear and wreak havoc across the map. It was ultimately cut because it was too complex. Unfortunately, even when I first played the game, I never actually played the multiplayer mode because I never had online for PS2. Here's a tank minigame. Fireballs, missiles, more missile types, depending on the buttons you press. So, yeah, kind of neat. Okay, might go back to the... Let me, yep. There we go. No. Let me go back. Back to the museum. Let's see, okay. Alright, we had to do the hacking minigame to get this one, so yay. I said I don't hate these minigames. I'm just like, I could leave them if I had a choice. Alright. Even though I know I should be going after the green first, I just can't help myself when trying to get rid of the others. Whew, getting close there, my friend. Oh, come on. Almost had it. I hate these. Okay, I don't hate them, but... I do hate the fact sometimes I'll get tunnel vision when it comes to certain games, so I'll be focused on that instead of the actual... There we go. Yeah, sometimes I'll be focused so much on one thing that I won't actually get the item that I actually want. Ah, no! Ah, no! Alright, now we can go in this room. Another robot that we, that they decide not to use. Or maybe it's a multiplayer, I don't know. It's all janky. Oh, this is a version of the pirate from the comic. The, court comic. There's a little, one of those rats from the comic, too. Mike Stout. Because the enemies appear so small on screen while playing the Quark vid comic, we thought we'd bring them closer for your viewing pleasure. And here's all of them, you know, the bugs, the wasps, or whatever. Oh, there's the, Ken Strickland. Now you can play the original uncut, uncensored version of Quark vid comic. Booty is in the Eye of the Beholder, featuring different gameplay in the cut boss, Captain Blackstar. And then... Whistler. The unnamed level was the first level ever designed for the Quark vid comic rounds. Because it was very early, many of the concepts we tried here didn't work, and as a result, we cut the level. It was reserved here for historical purposes. That sounds about right, too. Oops. Okay, unnamed vid comic number 1. Yeah, this is the one where you can, if you put in the password, you can put them in black instead. Okay, so it's up, up, down, down, left, right, circle, square, square. Alright, hold on. Let me get a spot where up, up, down, down, left, right, circle, square, square. You're supposed to be able to do it in the Insomniac black. Up, up, down, down, left, right, circle, square, square. Oops. Wrong button. Up, up, down, down, left, right, circles. There we go. Yeah, it just turns to black, so. Paint it black. Yeah, you thought we were done with the Quark minigames. No, sir. But might as well try to get all the things here. Ah, nuts. Trying to get on. Dang it. Oh, I thought there was a. Never mind. I thought there was more up there. So, I mean, it is an unfinished level, so. Oh well. Heh. Can't even get that final one. Unless you're supposed to do the side jump thing. Ow! Come on. There we go. Whoop. I'm trying not to get hit, but do I still have all the HP from the main game? I guess I do. I kind of makes sense that they would have like a comic where maybe Quark goes after another enemy before going after Nefarious, just to kind of set it up. But I understand why they cut it, or the concept of, because you could just save that for, like, it's unnecessary, you know what I mean? You only add that in if you have the time for it. And there's some different enemies here. Some more bug types. Bug type Pokemon. Yep. Ah, well, alright. Ah. I guess you can only do one punch. How'd I get hit? I wasn't even next to him. Ow, come on. Oh, come on! There we go. I hate when I get hit when I feel like I don't deserve it. Game? Wasn't letting me. Well, it is a cut level, so I can't really complain that the mechanics don't work like they're supposed to. Look at that! I just died, like, because, and I didn't even touch the goo. But I can't complain because it's a unfinished level. Since it was never meant to be completed, we can't blame the game designers on this one. I can still blame them, but, you know, it'll be kind of pointless. Oh, there's something there. I thought there probably would have been a hidden secret there if it was the full, if it was like a completed game. And I guess I shouldn't mind dying here just because, you know. I mean, who's really paying attention when you think about it? Oh, I just see. I like got hit by the goo, even though it was in the wasn't even next to it. That one. Oh. Are you really gonna hit me with every single blast? No, I'm not trying as hard here. Just really? I'm all the way back here? All right. And that's what I get, I guess. What? Whatever. Let's see if we can try that. Speed run this. Well, actually, that's kind of too late at this point. Yeah, just trying to see if I could run through this as fast as I can, but I'm probably gonna take more damage than I should be. Oh, come on. Stop it! I thought it was gonna hit me again. I was like, no! Yeah, I bet there would have been a health upgrade or something, or like something there. Sorry, now I'm trying to pay attention. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I just beat it too. Wait, you're not shooting lasers at me? Oh, now you're doing it. I'm trying to remember what game this reminds me of. This, like the eye laser. I mean, the eye lasers are in all the games, so. Wait, am I even taking any damage anymore? Not really. I can't believe I beat the level and I died like right before it ended. Talking about flashy. Ouch. Well, it's not that bad. It's not like, you know, it's not going to give me seizure warnings or anything like that. Okay, so where is it? Oh, set me back here. Which I think it was this room anyway, yeah. Okay. Alright, let's keep looking around. Yeah, this place is almost too big for no reason. Must have been someone's dog. Good boy. Hank, sorry. Hank says I'm proud of you, so stand tall like me. There's the Ratchet and Clank art. That's probably for this game, I bet. Let's see. Hank says, run free and let none sway you from your path. And then Hank says, I can't really see that one. When a faithful friend, I can't read that one. Then again, I'm not wearing my glasses, so. Carl Grande. Hank, the fearless wiener dog, was chosen by his owner Carl Grande as a de facto mascot for Insomniac Games. These are pictures made by Carl to push Hank's celebrity status. I wonder why they decided to take out the people's voice lines. I wonder if it's because it was too much memory for the PS2 disc, so they decided not to add voice lines in this time. Let's see. Grey Gither. This is the original mask Captain Quark wore when Ratchet first finds him before Rana. It was found to be too silly and was replaced with one a little more somber. Silly? Oh, I guess it's silly. Oh, they do have different pictures on the computers. Another unused monster, I guess. Just disappears in the sky. Ah. It's all glitchy out. Steve Moore. This robot canine was originally intended as a weapon in Ratchet and Clank 2. The so-called Hound of Doom was supposed to seek an enemy's attack and then hang on to them until they shook them off or were defeated. I can see why it was cut. That was that. No, never mind. That's the same picture before. But yeah, I could understand why they decided not to use it. Gray Ginther again. This is one of the early designs for the hover ship vehicle, which can be found in both the single and multiplayer parts of Ratchet and Clank 3. Yeah, sorry I can't really show off the multiplayer mode in this game. Like I said, people probably online probably have all the multiplayer unloads. I did show this off, right? Yep, okay. Yeah, was that the blade from the second game, I think? I think. Sorry, it's been like a year since I played Ratchet and Clank 2. So sue me. Let's see. More boxes. Don't you talk about my boxes. These enemies were originally for Planet Drax. They were cut because their behavior was too complex for an enemy that only appeared once in the game. Oh, and they threw boxes. See, that's Tony Garcia. Yeah, I could understand why. Tony Garcia. The Swarmer was also going to appear with the ape enemies of Dax. They were cut in favor of the Fireflies because the Fireflies were much less bug prone. Yeah, it's always interesting to see like what gets cut because it's too complicated and stuff like that. So, there's the pictures. Okay. That's actually let's see if that's it for this section, and then we'll see another unused enemy. Looks similar to the Hound of Doom. It's its death animation. Neat. Carl Grande again. This is an early design for the Sand Shark enemy from the original Ratchet and Clank game. It ended up not being the look we were looking for, however. Yeah, you don't have to put every single idea you have in a game in the game, so I'm glad they had some restraint. I don't remember if there's any like hidden areas in this, unlike the first game. I think, or first or second museums. I think what you see is what you get. Oh yeah, the bombs away set. Oh, you don't have anything. It basically just goes to the bombs away minigame, is what that does. So, which we've already seen. Let's see, Mike Stout. Backed by popular demand, you can edit your own special effects, enter the debug menu, and change the values and see what you come up with. Oh yeah, for the what this turns into. I already showed that off in the previous game, so yeah, it just has the different variables and stuff like that. So, which is neat. Now let me look through the rest of the museum though before I look around. Check out www.insomniacgames.com to learn more about the Ratchet and Clank universe and the fine folks who developed it. If you join our online community, you'll be able to unlock additional multiplayer skins. No thanks. Actually, is that website still around? I mean, Insomniac Games is still around, but is that specific website still around and all that? Probably not. Well, that's a giant desk. Probably not in its original form anyway. It's probably been cleaned up and corporatized and all that fun jazz. By fun jazz, I mean, no, it's not fun. Another unused enemy, I assume. All hail Mr. Fister. Phrasing? John Lally. Oh, it doesn't even, he doesn't even have a line of dialogue. Okay. Let's see if I've shown everything off. I think I've shown. Oh, there's the variable room again. There's the mask thing. I think I've shown everything off. There's the hound again. Release the hounds! Let me double check one thing, but I think we're done with the game. I think that's it for all the secrets and everything. So, but yeah, it's a fun ride. I'm glad I was able to play it again after all these years. Like I said, I still like this game. I think the first game's still my favorite. Out of all of them. Out of the 3 original games anyway. But we're not done with the PS2 era yet. There's still one game in the series we have to play. And, I mean, to tell you the truth, I'm not really the biggest fan of that game. Mainly because there's not really a whole lot of story implications for it. It's basically just a glorified multiplayer. Or it's basically a glorified arena game. And there's Pirate vs. Ninjas. I already showed that off. It's just a one-on-one fighter, basically, with the pirate character they never used. And then, I guess that was the secret, but you could also put in the code to get that too, so. I was just seeing if there's anything else to talk to on this. Okay, I guess not. Okay. Alright, well that's it for all the bonus content of Ratchet and Clank 2 Up Your Arsenal. I hope you enjoyed it, and it was fun going through all this again. And, well, for the Ratchet and Clank series, I will eventually do the 4th one in the series, at least the PS2 era, and then probably do the PSP ones. I don't know if I'll be able to do the PS3 ones. We'll see what happens there, because I don't like recording on my PS3, but maybe we'll get to it one day. But for this game, we'll call it an end. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next game.